Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. And more progress continues on Overhoof, and it is another hot, scorching day in Texas, like always. The summer times are predictable, where you always know how hot it's going to be, or even if you don't, you just know that it's going to be hot. So we've got some more progress on Overhoof. I do a lot behind the scenes, but I don't record it because I like to get work done and then do a video and show the progress, and then also doing some work in the process. So over the past couple of days, I've wired, and not wired in, but I've ran the wires for the LS in through the passenger side where the OEM computer and harness used to be. So I'm going to button all that up. I've had to do a bunch of patch wiring on this because, come to find out, there was a lot more stuff taken off this car than what I had anticipated. And we're going to do a couple fun things today. Well, not really fun, probably expensive, because anytime you work on a car, it's expensive, but it's stuff that needs done that I don't really have the means to do myself. And what I mean by that is I have my Corvette heads here, and these are the OEM springs, and they're kind of loose. But I have here new valve springs and valve seals that came with my Sloppy Mechanic Stage 2 cam. Yes, that's what I'm running. I didn't have a lot of money to spend. I would have much rather gotten a much bigger, better Texas Speed and Performance cam, but for now, the budget build, I'm gonna use what I can. So I don't really have the means to do this, or I would. I like doing it, but I don't have a really reliable compressor. I don't have a way to clean these. So I want the heads cleaned up, and I want the new springs and the new valve seals installed, so that way when I'm almost finished with this, if you watched any of my last videos, I've got the crank and the camshaft installed and the timing gears and chain. I got to get a tensioner, install the pistons and rods, and then I can start working on installing the heads. It's getting close. So today we're going to take these down to a local guy. He's pretty trustworthy. I've seen some work that he's done. He's actually done some work for me before, so I know he's good and he's reliable. So we're going to drop these off to Pete and hopefully get a quote on what these will cost us. So we can unload them up and we will get on the road. Well, drats, has this ever happened to you? I load up my heads and springs and I get down here and they're out to lunch. So yeah, so I'll have to come back in a little bit, but we'll go kill some time, come back. Okay, so we got those dropped off. It was a quick process. I didn't even have a chance to record, but it's fine. He said give me a little bit of time. He's gonna get them cleaned up, valve job, new stuff installed. So I told him no hurry because I got plenty of other stuff that I could do, but it's a hot day. For now, I'm gonna take Aurora, the princess, and we're gonna go swimming. It's hot, we're gonna go cool off. Well, holy heat wave, Texas. I tell you what, it is so hot in Texas. We are under a heat advisory. And if you don't know how hot that is, don't find out, because we actually, some of us actually turn fans on for our outside dogs. We have a dog that's outside, and she's under a covered, little shelter, but it still gets hot enough. I have like a little shop fan I put out there. I turn on her, and she lays in front of it all day. Today, we're doing some more stuff for Overhoof. I'm going to meet up with a friend of mine who supposedly has a few parts that I've been looking for, and you guessed it, I'm probably going to be doing some trading for them. So I reached out to them, told them I had something, and they said yeah, they would trade. So supposedly he used to have a bunch of Mustangs, and supposedly he still has a handful of the parts. So I'm gonna go see what he's got. I've got an extra little miniature portable stick welder, 110 volt. It's still fairly new. I've only used it twice, but I've gotten a better welder that I use more often, wire welder. So I offered it to him, and he said yes. So I'm gonna drive about an hour to go pick this up, and it's something that I need to help finish out the interior of Overhoof. But like I said, it is hot, and they just chip and sealed my road today, so the gravel on it's kind of loose. So you've never driven on this stuff right after they did it, be careful. It's almost like glass. You'll slide pretty easy until it gets a chance to sit down. And I don't know why I'm rambling like this even matters, but on a hot day, no matter what state you're in Texas, you get yourself a glass of iced tea. And that will make any hot day better. But here we go. Road trip. Probably road trip number 4,382 and a half. I don't know, I've lost count. I've taken a lot of road trips for this car, and I have a feeling I'm not done yet. Whew, so I just left my buddy Earl's. He's an older guy, you know. I've known him for a while, and he's a car guy like me, but he's usually got a handful of stuff. But here lately, he's just been getting rid of stuff. He's in his 60s. He's trying to, downsize. He's got a couple projects, but he had a bunch of Mustangs, and I got a bunch of stuff here that I was able to trade him. And some stuff he gave me a seat. That's pretty cool, something I can use in Overhoof. So I've got a carpet for it, I've got a trunk carpet for it. I've got a good amount of stuff to get some more work done. So I didn't record while I was there. I haven't talked to him in a while, and I wasn't sure if he wanted to be recorded, so I respected his, you know, space or whatnot. I figured I'd talk about it afterwards, but hey, I told him about my channel, he's gonna watch it. So if you see this, Earl, big shout out to you, thank you. This is gonna help the build out tremendously. And now I'm gonna drive home. And hopefully I can get home, get some of this cleaned up. And I probably won't get anything installed tonight, but I gotta get it unloaded out of here because I got my busy schedule. I got an event I gotta work this weekend at Texas Motor Speedway. Well, good evening everyone. I want to say here in Texas, now is the best time to work on something because it's getting darkest in the evening. It's almost dark, but I'm doing a couple things before it gets too dark. Now got my laser here. This is a little measuring things that I was using. I mentioned before that the bumper, I couldn't get the bumper mounted with the BMR tubular front bumper support. It just wouldn't let it sit where it needed to sit, so I removed it. So I did some measuring. If you ever seen one of these things are actually really cool. You just set it against something, you hit the laser, and the laser hits the other end and bounces back, and it tells you the distance. So I used this and I measured that, and the difference is about a ½ inch. So with this here on the car, it sticks out about a ½ inch too far to not let this bumper sit where it needs to sit. I guess this is fiberglass, and I'm guessing the fiberglass bumpers, they don't have the depth that an OEM bumper does. So yeah, I got a couple things to think about here. So with that being said, I have a couple options. I'm gonna run this for now because it's all that I have. So I either modify these two to make it work, which I didn't spend a ton of money on this, but it did cost me a little bit for this. And if I modify this, I won't be able to use it with another bumper that I get. Another option I have is to modify this to where it will sit out a little further. So I would just have to make new holes. That's probably a good idea. I won't have to do any cutting or welding. I just mount the bumper a ½ inch out further than what it actually is. Because it's sitting pretty flush. I mean, I got a little bit of room here. I could move it that way some. I'm gonna try that in the next couple of days, see what happens. Welcome back everyone. So today is a new day. I get a lot done, but typically my work fills up a day with everything I've got going on. So now we're in a different day, as you can probably tell. And I'm working on trying to get the new rods mounted on the flat top pistons. Got a new rod here. I've already took a set of bearings and installed in this real quick. These are the 5.3 Gen 4 rods. I've already got a new bearing installed in there. I just kind of torqued it down. Not really torqued, but just kind of snugged it up to see how it looks. Now these are the cracked rods, so they'll only go on there one ways, but I at least like to mark them with a marker so that way I know what side they came off of. I'll just take a marker and mark one side so that when I put it get back together, it makes it go quicker and it's easier than to put it on there and realize it only fits the other way, so you got to spin it around. So I at least do that. So here's the wrist pin that goes into the piston. Now we should still have one lock in here. I've got one lock in here, wrist pin lock. The other lock broke, so I'm gonna have to get a lock, but I can at least get this installed. Now here's one of the rods that were kind of damaged because the bearing spun, and I didn't want to take a chance, so I ordered 4 new ones. But yeah, these are supposed to be 4.8. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, that's not right. Let's check that again. All right, what's going on here? Okay, if this... something's not adding up here. This is a 5.3 rod that I ordered off eBay. I checked and double checked. They are 5.3 rods. This is, well, what I thought was supposed to be a 4.8 rod. But if you all know anything with LSs, the 4.8 rods are a fraction longer than the 5.3 rods. I just made a startling discovery. These are not 4.8 rods. But I was told it was a 4.8 motor. It had flat top pistons in it, not dish top. That's a flat top piston, and that dot usually, more than likely, usually means it was an OEM piston. Is this a 5.3 HO? I have a 4.8 rod. I have one. Hang on. I ordered one. This is a 4.8 rod. I know, because I ordered this first. Because initially, I had planned on just trying to replace the rod. So I know for sure that this is a 4.8 rod. So if I compare this to the original, what the heck? The 4.8 rod that I ordered is not the same as the ones that I took out of theirs. So was this originally a 5.3, not a 4.8, like I was initially told? I bought it from a guy who had it listed as a 4.8 and even told me that it was a 4.8. And I believed it was because of the flat top piston. This is probably a good thing, but I just didn't. I've got 8 brand new rods right here. Do I use all of the new rods? Or do I just install the remaining 6 good ones with new bearings and send it? I don't know. And someone's calling me.
Crystal, before upcoming legislative updates,
I'm not Crystal. Let me just grab one down here. I've got one. So here's one of the ones that are still good. That are supposed to still be good. I mean, I don't know. It looks okay. Let's pop the cap off here real quick. Okay, so this is what I've done. And don't ask me why I've done it. I don't know, because I'm just doing something. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but this is what I've done. I went ahead and installed one new rod and one of the previous assemblies that was still good. I put new bearings on it and I installed it. So I have one on one side and one on the other, on the same journal, of course. So I've got one here and one in this location. Let's just spin this over here. Feeling a little bit of binding. It's not spinning hard, but I feel a little bit of resistance. And I'm not sure why. I shouldn't be feeling any resistance. No. We took it off there and checked it, and now we're just doing a first pass torque right now. I'm not doing the torquing yet. I figure once I get them all installed and there's no issues, I'll go through and I'll do the final torque angle. I think it's about 85 degrees torque angle after the initial torque. All right, let's try to spin it again. See what happens. Oh, that feels much better. Much better. Kind of what I'm watching for right here. I mean, now that I know that it had the same components in it, but you just want to make sure that whenever it comes to top, you're reaching close or really, really, you know, deck height, you know. You don't want to come above, you don't want to sit below. Yes! Yes! This is a pretty good feeling, guys. Now, I'm going to add again. It's been quite a few days since I was out here last because I had other things going on. But I just come out here and I just finished. I've got the entire rotating assembly done in our Gen 4, Gen 3, LS, Corvette, Silverado, GTO engine. That's everything that's in this motor. It's all OEM parts, but it's from a lot of different generations. This was a pretty good feeling. I got it finished tonight. I got it all installed. I only installed 2 new rods, all new bearings. I got the bottom end torqued, and this thing feels like a really smooth but firm, freshened up engine. Look at that. I'm excited. And next, I just have to wait for the heads to get back from the machine shop. We'll do head gaskets. We'll do the lifters, push rods. I gotta get a tensioner. I gotta get a tensioner and an oil pump still, but hey, the hard part's done. Work is continuing. I'm so happy that I got this done. And it's late, it's dark outside. I've been working since about 5 o'clock. Well, it's been a good bit since I've seen that. And not just Overhoof being almost complete, but a semi-clean spot where I parked this last November. I'm still looking for another seat. I'm waiting to hear back from somebody. If you see this, let me know if you have that seat. I'm still waiting. Most of the dash is complete. I got a few more stuff to do. I'm going to wire in some stuff. Wire up the LS to be like a standalone unit so that way I can run it separately and then wire up the things that I need. I'm not going to use everything that came on this car, just the necessities: horn, wipers, lights, brake lights, etc., stuff like that. Have a little issue here. I gotta do something about this. Now, I had issues with the bumper. When I got that, that's the original bumper. This was kind of popped off here because apparently this had been hit. Now, if you go back and watch some of my older videos, I repaired my wife's 4Runner after I wrecked it. And I used a tree over here. I parked over there by that tree, and I basically use it as like my makeshift frame machine. I hooked to it, I heated it up, I banged on it, and I straightened it out. Welcome back, and today is a new day. It is a good day. Today is August 1st. I did this once before on my wife's 4Runner. What I did is I used this tree to anchor it, and then I heated the metal up a little bit, and I just pulled it back the best I could. I got it pretty close. I don't have a frame machine. I don't have lots of money. So this is my makeshift kind of frame machine. I'm going to use this to straighten it. Just a little bit. I want it to bend a little bit. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I have enough heat yet. I gotta put some more heat on it. Alright, so here's the plan. I got the welder. I got it pulled out some. It's just not coming out enough. So I got me a little eyelet stud. I'm going to clean the spot. I'm going to tack weld it. I'm going to grab onto it. I'm going to try to pull it a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Here. So we have metal to metal. Okay. We obviously got a connection. I think we got a good bite on it. Let's let it cool, and then we'll yank onto it. Never let anyone tell you that you can't do something. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but hey, it's darn sure worth a try. See if I can get at least a little bit of it. I don't recommend trying this at home. I'm poor and desperate. So this is as straight as we've gotten it so far. I'm going to go a little bit more. I know originally this is supposed to come down straight, then this dips in, so I don't want to pull this out anymore. I'm just kind of trying to straighten the bottom, and I'll try and pound this out some, but now comes the fun part. Not fun part. It's not fun. It's fun, but it's not fun. I'm being sarcastic. It's not really fun. Now I gotta get the car back over there. I'm coming uphill a little bit, so that's why I say it's going to be fun. I ran over my shoe. That sucks.
Much later.
Did you get it in my video?
I got my video. You're in the video, but I was just trying to get the car moved. Thanks for your help. I appreciate it. What I've got here, this is the original bumper. The original bumper that came on Overhoof. And it's alive. I would say that it's alive. It needs some repairs, but I'm going to use it for now. And I removed the bracket off of the passenger side after I straightened it. And I'm just going to reattach it. I'm going to reuse it. Now they're riveted on from the factory, so I'm hoping I've got some rivets in here that will fit, because now in the back of the bracket the hole's kind of big and it fits close but not quite. But so what I've got is I've got some washers, and I'm just going to take a washer and stick on the back side of it. It's a little bit tighter, and it's hopefully going to give that a much tighter mount. A little handy wrench. I like that it has a head that swivels, which is good. So there's that. I'm going to tighten this up. Okay. Here we go. Fox 3 Fire 1. Make sure I put it on right. So we're going to start with this one. Not a new plan. We're just going to add to the existing plan. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my TikTok drill. Yeah, I got this off TikTok, no lie. And we're going to get a drill bit that's about the same size as this. Which looks like. So I've got one really close to the size. I'm going to add another hole just for, you know, good measure. That's a much better fit. We'll see. Did it pull? No. Pulled right, pulled right through it. What the heck? Let's see. The old girl still fits. Whew, another scorching day in Texas. As you guessed it, it's probably been a few days since our last video. Today is August 16th, and I'm going to have to cut this video short. Not short, but I'm going to have to end it finally. I want to show you some progress that I've got done so far. I recently went and picked up another set of wheels. These are 17-inch wheels. They're 17 by 8, aluminum polished. I've only got 3 of them though. I got a good deal on them, basically for free. That's a great deal. That didn't cost me anything. But these would have came on like a 94, 95 SVD Cobra. I think. I don't know. But I'm trying to find one more. If you have one, Texas, let me know. I'm trying to find one. I'd rather run those than these. These are 16 inches. When I went to pick those up before, I misspoke and said they were 17s, but they're actually 16s. So I went ahead and got the rear bumper on. It's looking a little better from when I worked on it. I still got a little bit more stuff in here to do. It's supposed to come up here like this, just like the other side over here. This side over here, unfortunately, is straight. It's not as bent, so you see it kind of curves in a little bit. I've got it attached. I haven't showed a lot of the interior. Most of the interior is done in seats, most of the dashboard, carpet, rear seats, headliner. I'm still looking for one more seat. I found a pair of seats, and if I end up finding a pair of front seats, I'll end up swapping them out. But for now, I've just got that one in here. I've got a console, but I've got it out because I had to tie this up because this car still has most of the exhaust on it. I'm actually getting on a plane on Tuesday, and I'm going to fly to San Diego. I'm flying out to San Diego because I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks. I'm going to be doing some work I'm having a little fun. Work and play, you know, so I'm going to end this video here. And I'll pick back up on Overhoof. And it just so happens it's probably going to be around September 4th, September 5th, whenever I get back. I did get a call from the machine shop. The heads are finished. But unfortunately, I am leaving in another day, so I probably won't be able to pick them up until I get back. And today, August 16th, is actually my brother's birthday. So if you see this, happy birthday, bro. He's my big little brother. My little brother. I look up to him a lot. He's a lot more responsible than I ever was. But anyways, I'm going to end this that way I can get this finished. I've been working on it, and I just needed an ending just to update everybody on the work I've got done, and more to come. The engine and rotating assembly is pretty much done. I still need a couple things to button it up, and once I get the heads, I will be getting that thing complete. That's going to be a great time. So hey, we're getting really close on this build, and I've got a transmission to put behind it. Everything is coming together finally. It's taken almost a year. I started this last November 2025, and I'm starting to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. So hey, I want to thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, please, please, please hit the like, hit the subscribe. I've got more to come. The Overhoof build is complete, and I'd like you guys to see it. So take care. I'll see you in the next one. And if you haven't already, let's break something.